Good morning, actually almost afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Carolina Panther fans from around the world. Welcome to another Carolina Panthers Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ, Jason Ingram. So I'm going to make this quick, because I don't want to be here too long for this, but make it very simple and straight to the point. This is preview of the upcoming matchup for this Sunday. I believe this is week 14. Yes, week 14. Carolina Panthers traveling to face the New Orleans Saints. This is the second matchup between these two this season. So I'm going to preview the matchup, and yeah, I mean, this is technically a winnable game, but I mean, we might as well just throw that out the window. Because of how things have been for Carolina this season. Anyway, let's get started. So, Carolina Panthers 1-11 travel to the New Orleans Saints, who are 5-7. The ESPN matchup predictor, and this is a 1 o'clock game, Sunday, December 10th. Matchup predictor, 73.5% chance that the Saints win, 26.3% chance the Panthers win. So, looking at the injury report for the Saints, we're going to look at the Saints first before the Panthers. So, for the Saints, we know that Derek Carr is listed as questionable, who was in the concussion protocol, but has been fully practicing. So my guess is he will probably be good to go to start this Sunday. Linebacker Pete Werner is also questionable. Cameron Jordan is questionable as well, ankle injury. Place kicker Blake Crook, I don't know if I said that right, questionable. And of course we know Michael Thomas is still on injured reserve, although he is scheduled to come off of it at some point. Running back Keandre Miller is out with an ankle injury. Chris Olave is questionable, but he's expected to play. Tight end Juwan Johnson, questionable as well. Nick Saldiveri is questionable on the O-line. Defensive end Isaiah Foskey is listed as out. Taysom Hill is questionable. Let's see. Wide receiver Rashid Shaheed is questionable as well, who didn't practice at all, but is listed as questionable. Also, Marcus May and Marshawn Lattimore are still on injured reserve. So, a couple of notable names there. The Saints are kind of, a little beat up, but, they're still fighting for that division of the NFC South. And they are coming off of a loss. Even though it was close, they're coming off of a loss to the Detroit Lions. Carolina Panthers injury report. Unfortunately, defensive lineman Deshaun Williams will be out for this week. Supposedly, they could elevate practice squad defensive end Chris Wormley for this game. Hayden Hurst still hasn't cleared the concussion protocol, and he did limited work, but he's going to miss this game as well. And honestly, with him suffering from PTA, I really truly feel they should go ahead and just shut Hayden Hurst down for the rest of the season. Don't take any chances. I mean, we know we're out of playoff contention. Like, we need him healthy to be able to continue his career. So I think they should go ahead and shut down Hayden Hurst for the rest of the season. Play it safe. J.C. Horn, Von Bell are good to go, so those are pluses. Also questionable, center Bradley Bozeman, even though he was a full participant. Tommy Tremble, Stephen Sullivan, Yetur Gross-Matos, Marquise Haynes Sr., they are also questionable. So we're a little beat up, but it's good to see some main names like Von Bell and J.C. Horn who are back to good health, no injury statuses, and they'll be playing Sunday. Okay, let's look at these statistical rankings. Now, of course, we know that the Saints defeated the Panthers, second game of the season. It was a Monday Night Football game. They won 20-17, so only won by 3. But let's look at the statistical comparisons. All right. Starting with the offense. Total yards per game. Carolina ranked 30th. New Orleans ranked 11th. Rushing yards per game. Carolina ranked 26th. New Orleans ranked 19th. Rushing yards per attempt. Carolina ranked 27th. New Orleans ranked 28th. So pretty close. Passing net yards per game. Ooh, and this is big difference. Carolina ranked 30th. New Orleans ranked 10th. So they're in the top 10. Sacks allowed. Carolina ranked 29th. New Orleans tied for 17th. Okay. Third down efficiency. Carolina ranked 25th. New Orleans ranked 18th. And points per game. Carolina ranked 29th. New Orleans ranked 19th. So as you can see, huge differences in offenses. So, I mean, we gotta really D up New Orleans, which I think the defense will make a good effort and help keep us in the game like they've kind of been doing throughout the season. But still, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And we just got to get it together on offense. Like, we got to do something on offense. And then the defense. All right, defense comparisons. Total yards allowed per game. Carolina ranked 7th. New Orleans ranked 15th. Total rushing yards per game allowed. Carolina ranked 23rd. New Orleans ranked 24th. So both been struggling stopping the run a little. Rushing yards per attempt allowed. Carolina ranked 19th. New Orleans ranked 27th. Passing net yards per game allowed. Carolina ranked 4th. New Orleans ranked 7th. So pretty good passing defenses for both. Sacks. Oh man, this is crazy. Both teams are tied ranked 30th in sacks. Takeaways. Carolina ranked dead last at 32nd. New Orleans tied for 5th. Third down efficiency. Carolina ranked 6th. New Orleans ranked 8th. And points allowed per game. Carolina ranked 31st. New Orleans ranked 17th. Man, I think it's pretty insane that Carolina has the 7th ranked defense, yet they're ranked 31st in points allowed. Ugh. That doesn't balance too well. That really doesn't balance too well. But to be honest, this could come down to a battle of defenses. But being that both of these teams are tied for sacks, I mean, that kind of gives me a little bit of hope that maybe the O-line, which the O-line did all right in the previous game compared to many other games this season. I'm hoping that the Carolina Panthers O-line can step up, can really step up and give Bryce time. And really give Bryce time. Because whether y'all know it or not, Bryce Young is in the top, I want to say the top 3 for accuracy when throwing in a tight window. Now, just imagine what Bryce can do when he has time. He's got to be able to have time. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing I will say is, as I've said, this could be another game, another opportunity for the Carolina offense to step up and make something happen. But like I said, the Saints have a good passing defense, and they're in the top 5 in takeaways, so they know how to cause turnovers as well. I mean, they're tied for 5th with 20. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, New Orleans, their defense, it's not great, but it's not trash either. I would not sleep on them. I mean, they're low in some rankings, but they're high in other rankings when it comes to the defense. So, I think this will be a defensive battle, perhaps. But of course, New Orleans has the better offense. So, I mean, our playmakers just have to really step up, especially on offense as well as defense. And we got to get folks on the same page. We have to really get folks on the same page. So, that's my whole thing there. Not to mention, we got to really... which we did a little something in the first game. I mean, we did get an interception on Derek Carr in that first game. But, we were able to get a couple of sacks on him as well. But they did eat us up in the running game, especially Taysom Hill. And, Tony Jones Jr. got 2 rushing touchdowns on us. We didn't really do much in the receiving game. Adam Thielen got the only touchdown, but we got to really step it up. Like I said, I'm under the assumption that Derek Carr will probably end up starting, but if not, they do have Jameis Winston, which, he is a turnover machine, but he can also throw deep and get a lot of yardage. So that's the only thing with that. Got to D up Chris Olave. He's definitely, the big threat. Of course, Kamara, Jamal Williams. They have that combo. But, yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. It's a winnable game, but honestly, I don't know. Looking at the Panthers' remaining schedule, they don't have too many winnable games left. The Saints, Falcons, the Bucks. Honestly, with how the Packers have been playing lately, Packers definitely is not assured a winnable game. Packers are 6-6 now. They're trying to make a big push. Not to mention, they just beat the Chiefs. So, you don't want to sleep on them. And then the Jaguars, the Jaguars have kind of fallen off a little bit. They've fallen off a little bit, but the Jaguars are still a threat. They're still a threat. So, they recently lost to the Bengals, which I did not see that one happening. But score prediction. Something tells me this is going to be another close one. I hate to say it though, but I'm just not so sure. Because we really should have won that Bucks game. We should have won that Bucks game. I'm going to say 17-7 Saints. I hate to say it, but I've been burned already with that Bucks game. And I don't know. The defense will do their best to keep us in the game, but honestly, I got to give this one to the Saints. 17-7. I don't see us pulling it off. Winnable game, but there were so many winnable games this season that yet we still lost. So I got to say Saints 17-7. But I'll also say this before I wrap up. So the whole talk about is Bryce Young a bust or not? I know a lot of folks are saying yes, that he's a bust. But let me put something into perspective that I really want a lot of folks to keep in mind. Y'all have to really look at what's been going on with this franchise, especially this season. Think about it, y'all. Is this really a fair assessment year to determine whether Bryce is a bust or not? Really think about it. Now, if you feel that he's a bust, you're welcome to your opinion, so be it. But honestly, I really don't think this season is a fair assessment to make that conclusion. I don't think it is. I really don't. Because how can you really make that assessment when, number one, already in his rookie year, he's got two different coaches. Because remember, Frank Reich got fired. Now, Chris Tabor will finish out the season as interim head coach. So he's had two different coaches in the same season. Now, two different play callers in the same season, because it was Frank Reich. Now he's gone. Now Thomas Brown's full-time play caller. A struggling offensive line that hasn't really done a good job at helping him out overall through the season. The weapons not always being able to get open. Not saying that they haven't been able to in certain instances, but haven't always consistently got open this season. And then the whole turmoil with the owner and just, the whole 100 games sort of atmosphere with the organization, the coaching staff, and just things like that. And potentially the idea that folks just aren't playing hard for Frank Reich, which, that has been said. Not sure if it's accurate or not. But, y'all, and it's not to take away that Bryce hasn't made his share of mistakes. He has. He's definitely made his share of mistakes, especially with the interceptions, including the pick sixes he's made. He's definitely made his share of issues. He's got to do a better job of going through his progressions. He's got to do a better job of knowing when to escape the pocket and not stay there for so long. You know what I mean? He has his issues. But like I said, look at what all has been working against him, surrounding him. I could see if he had a lot of the weapons and such together and he was just making mistake after mistake after mistake, that's one thing. But this guy has so much stuff around him working against him. I mean, this is a team sport, is it not? Is this not a team sport? So when you got so much going against him, like, how can we come to the conclusion that he's a bust when he hasn't really had a fair assessment for this season? And like I said, I will give my own assessment once the season ends. But I think we'll really see what Bryce Young is really made of when he gets the right supporting cast. Y'all cannot sit there and tell me that he has a good supporting cast. I mean, look at how stuff has been working out for him. Can y'all really say that he's had a great supporting cast? Think about it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be 1-11 right now. I'm just saying. And like the whole size thing, like I said, we got to throw that out the window. Because not only has this dude taken hits and has gotten up, only missed a game, and has gotten up and kept going, although O-line's got to do a better job or else he's going to end up eating like 60, 70 sacks before the end of the season. But as I've said before, it doesn't matter what size you are. You get hit the wrong way, it's a wrap. Period. Not only that, if size was such a big deal for him, I mean, the dude won a Heisman in college. I mean, yes, I understand it was college, but hey, had to start somewhere. So that's all I'm saying. Like, we gotta throw the size thing out the window. Like, because right now the size doesn't really matter right now. He's got so much working against him that doesn't even matter. So that's all I can really say. Is it possible that Bryce Young may end up being a bust? That's very possible. But I don't think now is fair, or even this season, I don't think it's fair to come to that conclusion. I would say give it another year. Let's see what Bryce can do with the right type of supporting cast, the right type of weapons, a better O-line. Then let's see what he can really do. And then I think by that time, maybe even middle of the way, you'll get a legit answer. But me personally, right now, it's way too early to make that call whether he's a bust or not. Way too early. With all that's been working against them, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to call him a bust. I really don't. But that's just my opinion. But I don't think it's fair to call him a bust right now. I don't. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Like I said, the game is Sunday, December 10th, 1 p.m. I'll probably catch some of it. I don't know when I will do a post recap, because I got a couple of events to go to that evening. So it might be a Monday, but I'll keep y'all posted. But anyway, don't forget to check out Game Beauty in the description as well. And also, let me know what y'all's predictions are for this matchup. And also, go ahead and fill the comment section up. Do you believe Bryce Young is a bust? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you think it's too early? let me know your honest thoughts. I would love to hear from y'all, see what y'all have to say. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Carolina Panthers talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, my name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace. God bless.